Hello, happy Quick Question Friday. Today's question is there a conflict when owning the management company and the record label? And I'm assuming she's getting this from like she wants to manage the artist, but also be the owner of the artist's record label. I would say yes and no. I say yes and no because it can be done, but you have to do it very meticulously. Your contracts need to be on point, and the contracts need to make sure that there's no double dipping going on. So where management is earning a fee, the record label shouldn't be earning a fee. And if it is, how and why and what's the justification for that, okay? Because essentially what you're trying to avoid is the artist coming back saying, hey, management or the record label was, or the company altogether was taking 20% plus earning royalties on the record company side from this particular source of income, and they shouldn't have been able to do that, okay? So your contracts, your accounting clauses need to be very detailed about what services also the management branch of the company is going to provide versus the services that the record label is going to provide. It is possible, but a contract is definitely needed, and it definitely needs to be thorough. I would probably also suggest, honestly, two separate contracts, but you can put them in one. But when I say, once again, I cannot stress the importance of that contract has to be very detailed, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. And by putting it all in one agreement, you open yourself up to the audit of all practices, not just management, for instance, the management company, but for the record label as well, especially when they're housed under one brand. So as typically companies grow and they get bigger, the conglomerate may own a management company, but they typically will also own a record label, and they are two separate entities performing two separate services. So then, of course, it reduces the liability that's associated when everything is all in one contract. I do understand new record labels I work with, they're putting that information all in one agreement, but eventually I always suggest, as the companies grow, that they separate those two entities and make a management branch and make a record company branch and separate them, have two different contracts. So then you don't have that conflict. It's similar to, guys, like how Sony has a record label, but Sony also has a publishing company. Two separate entities, and the artist can be signed to both the publishing company and the record company, but it is always in two separate agreements. So if any conflicts present itself, you can only focus on one agreement based on whatever that conflict is, okay? So long story short, it can be done, but be careful. As always, if you have a question for Quick Question Friday, feel free to leave it in my comments below or send it to me in a DM. And I know you all have entertainment matters that you need assistance with, so feel free to reach out. Hit the link in my bio to schedule your consultation today. Y'all have a great Friday.